The Cadillac Celestiq probably represents the boldest move that Cadillac has made ever since Henry Leland first launched the company 120 years ago. The Celestiq is a hand-built, enormously long, low-slung sedan that's all electric that will start in the low $300,000 range and move well up from there. Since they're all made by hand, they're going to build less than 2 cars a day, only about 400 a year. And that's going to make these cars extremely exclusive. So exclusive that Cadillac dealers are not even going to get them. Instead, these cars will all be custom ordered at a special customer center on the campus of the General Motors Tech Center in Warren, Michigan. Cadillac will assign a designer from the design staff to work with each customer to help them with their choice of color, fabrics, woods, metals, and whatever else might meet their desire. Would you like to embed a Jimi Hendrix guitar string along the center console? No problem, they can do that. Would you like to pick your favorite flowers from your garden and let us try and dry them and press them and embed them into the dashboard? They'll do that too. In fact, they'll even let you help so that you can say you helped customize your car. Way back in Cadillac's heyday, the company's slogan was the standard of the world. And that's what the Cadillac Celestiq is all about, reviving that slogan, creating a halo car. This car is not about generating big profits for Cadillac. It's about creating an ultra-luxe luxury car that will generate respect and admiration for the house of Cadillac. That's why Cadillac knew that this car had to make an emphatic statement. One thing's for sure, when people see this car on the road for the first time, it's gonna look like a spaceship coming down the road. Love it or hate it, this car will turn heads. This Celestiq is so custom made that 115 parts on the car are 3D printed, like the metal bezel on the steering wheel, and another 300 parts are fabricated by craftsmen. That's why customers can pretty much order whatever they want. It's the closest anyone will probably come to actually being able to buy a concept car. So let's talk about the way this thing looks. At a time when so many other ultra-luxury brands are going with electric SUVs, the Celestiq is the anti-SUV. Instead of big, square, and bulky, it's low, long, and sleek with a fastback design for maximum aerodynamics. And Cadillac chose to unveil the production version of the car in an electric blue paint color. The car has a long dash-to-axle ratio. That is, the length between the center of the front wheels to the back of the dashboard, because that's the proportion that the designers wanted. That long hood evokes the look of classic luxury cars. Even though being an electric car, it could have a very short front end. But that's not what the designers wanted. They wanted that long hood line since it would add drama to the design. The same goes for the enormous 23-inch wheels. They almost had to be that big just to keep the proportions right on the car. The Celestiq is sleek and aerodynamic. Notice it doesn't use exposed door handles. Instead, buttons on the pillars towards the rear end of the doors will open the doors, and once inside, another button closes them. The original concept version of the Celestiq didn't have rear-view mirrors. It used thin stanchions for video cameras. But since cameras are not legal, at least not in the US market, it has conventional mirrors. Zoom in on the fender lights as well as the gear shift knob, and you'll see a redesign of the Cadillac Goddess, which first appeared as a Cadillac hood ornament around 1930. As futuristic as the Celestiq looks, Cadillac wants to reach deep into the brand's 120-year-old heritage. Inside, you'll find a minimalist interior, not as sparse as Tesla, but not the busily designed interiors of so many luxury cars. The interior features long, straight lines that add to its sense of width and length. The instrument panel is dominated by a gigantic 55-inch screen that stretches from pillar to pillar. So that the driver doesn't get too distracted, Cadillac uses what it calls digital blinds so the driver can't see what the front seat passenger is watching. Every passenger can control their environment with a 4-zone climate control system that uses 33 microclimate devices. Cadillac says it was developed by Gentherm, which must be significant because Cadillac only gives credit to 2 other suppliers on this car: Google for its connected services and AKG for the sound system. There are 41 speakers scattered throughout the car, including 3 external speakers for an outside sound system with 1,000 watts of power to crank it up loud. The designers use stitching to create an embedded pattern on the seats, though customers can choose whatever kind of seating surface they want. Each seat also offers a neck scarf, one of those vents at the top of the seat that will blow warm or cool air on your neck. There are multiple cameras inside and outside of the car for anti-theft, presumably for ADAS, and for Ultra Cruise. They are connected cameras that you can watch on your phone with an app. You will even be able to stream their video feeds. The roof is made of a smart glass that can be segmented into 4 quadrants, one for each of the occupants, and everyone can choose their own unique pattern in the glass. Cadillac says this is the largest glass roof available. The side glass is all 7 millimeters thick, which is a bit thicker than normal, but not too thick because that would add too much weight. All the antennas are embedded in the rear glass to keep the look clean. Ultra Cruise, which is the next step in GM's hands-free driving system beyond Super Cruise, will not be available at launch, but every car will still get all the hardware for an over-the-air update that will unlock it later. So there you go, a quick look inside and outside of the Cadillac Celestiq. We're also going to be doing a video on the engineering and manufacturing features on this car, so be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our coverage.